Hello and good evening, sports fans. Welcome back on into the opening series here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. It was a busy week last week across the sports world, an even busier weekend as summer is here. We are having all kinds of things going on in the sports world and a lot to get you caught up on, but we are here for you and we are going to get ourselves through it. We've got NBA Finals as they are tied up at 2 games apiece. We've got the Stanley Cup Final. The Florida Panthers 1 win away from being repeat champions. The College World Series is underway, and history occurred just this afternoon with it. We've got college track and field national champions to go for and go through. The UFL crowned its second ever champion and a new champion at that. We've got international soccer or football going on as well to get you caught up on. We've got teams that are doing well. We've got some teams that are stuck in the spring blues. We've got teams getting ready to win titles. We've got other teams just waiting for the off season to put them out of their misery. We've got Major League Baseball. We've got FIFA. We have got, of course, auto racing, all kinds of great stuff for you. Coming up right here, right now on the opening series on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. This is the place to start your sports week. Let's go. And hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome on into the latest installment of the opening series here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I am your host, Adam Karnik. We have got a lot to get to on the show here tonight, so much so that Larry B., the czar and overlord of all things IE Sports Radio, he's going to join us tonight for the whole show, not just the auto racing portion, though there will be some of that discussion as well. So Larry B. is going to join us tonight. How are you doing tonight, Larry?
I felt better. I felt better, but hey, a great weekend of sports has made up for it. Man, great to be back here again. Sorry, Adam. Again, everybody, just a quick disclaimer. So usually I get Adam's show ready for him and all that good stuff and everything for the week. Well, as fate would have it, I have batted 1,000 this year. It's amazing. I can't believe I have a perfect batting average. Of getting sick immediately after a break, or immediately when a break starts for work. So as you guys know, I teach. So this year, every single break, I mean, from, President's Week, Thanksgiving break, winter break, spring break, whatever break you could imagine we've had. Once we get a little bit of time, my body's like, hey, Larry B., screw you. You need to get sick now. So unfortunately, we just got off on Friday. Yay. And I just happened to get sick again. So unfortunately, couldn't get Adam going and his show and everything. So tonight, we're going to tag team it, co-host it, do our thing here, deliver you the latest of sports. I'm feeling better, not so stuffed up no more. Headache finally going away. So I'm ready to go, man. Sorry for the nasty crap, but hey, we're here to bring it to you guys here, and we're gonna have ourselves a good show tonight.
We're going to find some energy one way or another. We are going to find some energy here tonight. We already got some people chiming in and checking in with us as well over on YouTube. Good evening, Taryn Rodriguez, and good evening, Adam and Larry. Have an awesome show. We're going to do our best. And then Brian Francione also saying good evening as well. If you are watching the show live here across YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, wherever you are, drop us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll have some fun and can interact and do some good stuff that way. Ways that you can interact with the show as well. We are live across Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Twitch is down tonight, so no Twitch tonight. But you can follow along with the station. We are available on all the social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Follow along with us at IE Sports Radio. head over to the website, iesportsradio.com as well. You can find all the latest about the station, the latest blog posts. Yours truly got one up over the weekend, as well as one from Ralph Calise, our Pittsburgh insider. So we got some new topics and thoughts hopping up there as well. We've got a lot to get to on the show here tonight. So without any further ado, let's start things off with the Fast Five, shall we? In the NBA Finals, we are tied at 2 games apiece. You know, heading into this, there was a lot of talk that the NBA Finals, this might not be that great of a series. First of all, you got a lot of people that may not even be familiar with the teams. And then Oklahoma City on paper just seems to be so much stronger than Indiana. Not so fast, my friends. Indiana has yet to trail in this series, and we know at least that we're going to be going to 6 games in the NBA Finals. Thunder and Pacers all tied up at 2, 4 games in. Stanley Cup final, we know that one's going to 6 as well. The Florida Panthers, 1 win away from being back-to-back NHL champions. If the game has ended in regulation in this series, Florida has won it. Edmonton's only victories at this point have come in overtime, singular overtime. Florida's won in regulation and in double overtime. And with game 6 being tomorrow night in Florida, I would not be surprised at all if that is the end of that series also. Wouldn't shock me in the slightest. College World Series, Coastal Carolina, Arkansas, Louisville, and UCLA. They're getting off to some strong starts, but history was made earlier today. Arkansas, we saw a no-hitter get thrown, just the 3rd time ever in College World Series history that we have seen a no-hitter, as Arkansas defeated Murray State, knocking Murray State out of the field. Track and field, we've got co-national champions. Now, Larry, has this happened before where we've seen co-national champions?
It has. We'll get to that in a few segments, but trust me, this is the first time in a long time.
Okay. All right. So the Trojans of USC and then the Aggies of Texas A&M, co-national champions on the men's side. Over on the women's side, the Georgia Bulldogs, they win the national title in women's track and field. And the UFL, the United Football League, spring football, DC Defenders, they had themselves a weekend destroying the Michigan Panthers en route to their first ever UFL championship. They set a league record for points in a game. They came from behind while they did it. The DC Defenders, their first championship. Gold Cup action. Mexico, USA, Saudi Arabia, and Costa Rica, all strong victories to get their Gold Cup run started well. Good stuff all the way across there. What was the biggest one that jumped out to you out of all that, Larry?
You know, and especially because we're not going to revisit this one later on. This is kind of a one that kind of got messed up with the outline. It's got to be, and as much as I love all of these, don't get me wrong, they're great. We're going to talk about each and every one of these. But man, I mean, the Gold Cup is being overshadowed at the moment. Let's be real. Okay.
Yeah.
The whole deal with the Gold Cup. Look, it's special. It's special. I love the Gold Cup. It is being overshadowed right now by the FIFA Club World Cup. Let's be real. People are on DAZN right now, just tuning in. It's fun. The Club World Cup is fun. We just got to see freaking Boca Juniors, amazing team from Argentina. Okay, championship team. They've won like 74 freaking titles in the Argentina League. Yeah, okay, they're pretty damn good. They just took on one of the juggernauts of the Portuguese league, Benfica. It's just so cool seeing that. Adam, we don't get to see that. You know, it's kind of neat. We don't get to see those kind of things. So it's really neat. So that's being overshadowed. Don't get me wrong. We're going to get into that later. But this right here, the Gold Cup, it's being overshadowed, but CONCACAF is still awesome. We still love our teams over here on this side of the world. And right now, USA is trying to pull off something that something that is very, very, very hard to do. Something that has been, I don't know, it sucks. The USA right now, especially in a tough time, the USA is really trying to rally right now. They got an amazing victory yesterday over Trinidad Tobago. Mexico, obviously a juggernaut in this entire tournament. Saudi Arabia finally got a victory in this Gold Cup. They just became a part of this a couple years back, and here they are finally getting themselves a victory. And really cool. And then of course Los Ticos, man, the police, if you will, in their dialect of Spanish in Costa Rica. They just, doing their thing, looking strong out front. Obviously we got some more games tonight, but the Gold Cup is special to me. The Gold Cup will always be special. I've always enjoyed watching the Gold Cup, and I mean, honestly, that's why I said I wanted to spend a little bit of time on this, because we're not going to revisit it later. Our stupid outline got jacked up, but I will say, after all of these years just watching this thing since it started, the Gold Cup, by the way, it started back in 1991, and just seeing the USA. I mean, I was 2 years old when that happened, okay? But the USA was the first ever champion of this thing, and it's really cool. They won it again in 2002, won it again in 05, 07. Okay, so if you're counting already, that's 4. Did it again in 2013, 17, and did it again in 21. Look, Mexico, obviously, though, they won 93, 96, 98, 2003, 2009, 2011, 2015, 2019, and the most recent in 2023. Are we keeping track here that there's a big Mexico-USA rivalry in this? I love it. Especially when we get a final between these two. I love it. The last time that happened, the USA defeated Mexico in 2021. And it's kind of crazy because before that, in 19, Mexico defeated the USA. So when you get these finals, they're special. I don't know if we're going to get one this year. I don't know, but I am so excited for this. Host nation, Canada and the United States. Let's go. Obviously, we're Americans. Let's go USA all day long, but it's going to be fun. I love the rivalry. I enjoy this soccer so much. Again, it's going to be overshadowed all the time, Adam, by this FIFA Club World Cup. This is something that's really cool. People are like, oh, this is cool. I mean, can you imagine the our version of football World Cup? The Chicago Bears are playing the Nagasaki Hawks. I mean, you don't see that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see that. You don't see the New England Patriots playing against the hypothetical king of the UK Britain Monarchs, you know what I mean, or London Monarchs, you know what I mean? You don't see that. So it's cool when you see these, and it's really cool when you see a team that's like, that's a great team from England, and they're playing against a Mexican team, and they got a guy that's a Mexican, so he's playing against his own country, right? It's kind of it's really cool when you see that, you know what I mean? Because like the pride of the jersey, the pride of, it's just really neat. It's something that's so different from the World Cup itself. It is something that's really special. But again, this is awesome. I love the Gold Cup. Let's look forward. I think we're going to see Mexico and USA get pretty far. And if we do, we might be shaping up for another fun final. But again, fun fact, champions, the only two to ever win the damn Gold Cup ever. Mexico with 9 titles. The USA with 7 titles, and excuse me, there is one more team that's actually won one, and that's Canada. They won one back in 2000. Guess what? Out of all these countries that play in this thing every single year, all these years, those are the 3 to ever win one, and Canada just has one. So I'm just saying, is it going to be somebody new? Is somebody going to dethrone these two? I don't know, but the Gold Cup is special. So everybody out there watching, please enjoy the FIFA Club World Cup, but don't forget about the Gold Cup. This is really great soccer. Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
Well, and also it's as fans of US soccer, this is one of those rare tournaments where we can expect to win. Too. You get into the FIFA, and it's, can we get out of the pool, please? Can we get out of the pool this time? Oh, they're not going to let us out of the pool this time. Oh, okay.
Yes, we got into the round of 16. Oh, we just got killed. Oh,
we got to the round of 16. Oh, we lost 5-0, and we only got 3 shots. Oh no,
we were better just not getting there. Like,
So,
football equivalency. Yeah, the Team USA got in. Oh, 49-0.
never mind.
Oh.
Listeners are never mind.
Looks like
Never,
the Raiders,
never. Yes, exactly. All right. From there, we're gonna shift our way on over. Hits and misses here on the opening series, i.e. Sports Radio. Let's start off with some hits, shall we? We talked about it a little bit already. The DC Defenders, their first ever UFL title, blowout fashion over the Michigan Panthers as well, 58-34. Michigan actually led in this game for a little bit. It was 13-6 after one. It was 6-0 Panthers, 13-6 Panthers after one. And then that was that. The DC Defenders scored 31 points in the second quarter, led 37-19 at the half, and that was all she wrote. A 58-34 victory for DC. Jordan Tamu, 21 of 28, 390 yards, 4 touchdown passes. Also then for the Defenders, Abram Smith, 63 yards rushing to lead the team, but Deion Jackson, 46 yards on 11 carries and a pair of touchdowns. Chris Rowland and Jordan Tamu also scored. So Jordan Tamu accounted for 5 touchdowns all by himself in the game. Touchdown catches, Jaden Mickens, 6 catches, 132 yards, and a touchdown along a 73. Ty Scott, he had just 1 catch, but he made it count, 73 yards and a score for the Defenders as well. So some big plays there for the Defenders. For the Panthers, Bryce Perkins, just 21 of 35, throwing for 338 yards. He did have 4 scores, but he also threw a costly interception. Nate McCrary, 62 yards and a score on 6 carries. Toa Taua led the Panthers with 8 carries, but only managed 34 yards on him. Malik Turner, he had himself a big game, 168 yards on 10 catches and 3 touchdowns, but nobody else really for the Panthers really able to step up. Cialci Mariner, he did have 84 yards on 4 catches and a score, but the DC Defenders, their first championship in the UFL. Will this be the start of something?
I was muted, sorry. But yes,
well, we don't want that.
Let's be real. Damn right. It's the first time somebody that's not the Stallions have won in this spring league of football we have here. Look, it was superb. I picked the Panthers. Probably not the best team to pick here, I guess. Regardless, you know what? Damn it, DC, they did it. And the Defenders, you know what? This is a team, obviously an XFL team too. So really, it's the first XFL team that we've ever had win a damn title. Because don't forget, actually the second. Because don't forget, 2002 with Vince McMahon. And remember, he hate me. You remember the only guy who got it? He hate me.
So, oh yes.
What happens? That falls apart. And then COVID year, everything was going great. And COVID hits, and Vince just says, screw it. It's over. No, I mean, it was just, but what happens? It gets resurrected. So we didn't even get a champion that year in the XFL. So kind of crazy. The second ever champions, if you want to call it that, I guess you could say XFL champs. All right.
Yeah.
I guess you could technically call it. They won it. Okay. Because they won the XFL championship, but the championship of 2001. Okay. For anybody who remembers the $1 million game, kind of funny, kind of cool, right?
I remember that game.
Remember that? Yeah.
I remember that game. That was my uncle would come over. We set it up. My dad, my uncle, their brothers, and myself, we would get together every week and we'd go down in the basement. And the idea was we'd have the XFL games on while we'd be playing billiards. It very quickly turned into, we'd just be playing pool and, oh yeah, we should turn the game on, shouldn't we?
That's awesome. Hey, the pool is fun. All right, that's all there is
Hey,
to it. But
it was better than some of the football games. I'll tell you what.
I completely agree with that. So yeah, man, it was crazy. Los Angeles winning the very first ever $1 million game, and that was it, guys. That was it. We were done. It was finished. I guess you can say the first ever XFL champions, or sorry, the second ever, because they won the title last week, if you will say, because of the conference now, obviously. So they win it. But the first ever ones to raise the damn trophy since LA in 2021. Congratulations. The Defenders get it done. They won themselves a title. You know what? Congrats to those guys. The XFL, they did it. They were able to make it happen. It's crazy to think, these guys, obviously, well, okay. And I will say the Defenders did it in 2023. All right. And they got it done. Last year, obviously, was the UFL. That was the Suns. But okay, so I guess you could say they did get it done. My apologies. But the Renegades won before that. But if you look at this, guys, it's really cool. So yeah, my apologies. It was the Renegades, and then the Defenders to win it, and then they win it again. But as the UFL. So if you say it, this was a great season for those guys. There was a couple times where the Defenders looked a little weird. I don't know, kind of funny because their defense wasn't so great. Even in this game, look how many points they still gave up. So maybe the name isn't the best name for these guys. I don't know, but if it was offenders, yeah.
Well, hey,
maybe not in this day and age.
The DC missile launchers.
There you go. Right, because defense isn't necessarily their business, but regardless, hey, good game for these guys. Congratulations. Sorry for the blip there in my notes, guys, but that's right. The Renegades did win it. Then the Defenders won it when it was the XFL in the last two times. Before that was LA back in 2001. And here we go again. They win it for the first time since the merger. Really cool. Congratulations to these guys. They look pretty solid. You know what? Overall, I'm looking forward to next year. I hope this league stays around. I really like it. The Rock, and I forgot who the hell else went in with him. But I really like this a lot. I think it's a really great league. And you know what? It's enjoyable. It's football in the spring. But look at we're what, maybe a month away from OTAs. So it fills the football fix.
It bridges the gap. Yeah.
So
it makes the longest off season in US sports more tolerable.
Yes.
It makes it shorter. It really does.
I love it.
It really does.
So, good for those guys.
Well, we had some history this afternoon that this absolutely counts as a hit. In the College World Series in Omaha, we had a no-hitter for the first time. Now, I believe the one in 2014 was a combined. So for the first time in 65 years, we had one pitcher by himself throw a no-hitter. Gage Wood of Arkansas no-hit Murray State en route for a 3-0 victory for the Razorbacks. Just the third time ever that we have had one pitcher in the College World Series throw a no-hitter. Jim Erler of Texas did it in 1950, and Jim Wixon of Oklahoma State did it in 1960. So it's been a hot minute since we've seen that. First time that is this now? Do I have this right? Is this the first time that the Razorbacks have won a game in the College World Series?
Yes. Crazy, right?
So what we're saying is all they need is for the pitcher to throw a no-hitter every time. That's all it takes, guys. Come on.
It's not that hard.
Yeah. Just throw strikes and make sure that you cut holes in the other team's bats before the game. Give them wiffle bats.
Right? It's not that technical. Okay, guys. Really, no hitter. My gosh. Look, this was an amazing. Gage Woods, this young man deserves it. This is awesome. I hope that, look, the scouts are watching wherever he ends up. I'm excited for him. I get it. Okay. I understand that sometimes these things don't transfer. Okay. Remember Chris Davis? What do they call that thing where he ran it back against Alabama? Remember?
Oh, yeah.
And the Iron Bowl.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do they call that? I forgot what they called that thing. They have a goofy name for it, one of those names.
I don't remember either, but
look, he ran it back, and he still got drafted like 4th round of the Chargers, I think, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it was a cool moment. It was awesome. This is obviously more than a moment. It's a complete game. But at the end of the day, it just goes to show you, hey, everything happened. Chris Davis is harboring that speed. But when it comes down to it, hey, for Gage Woods, you can totally see the guy can throw damn well. He can pitch damn well against, obviously quality opponents. Some people are going to say, oh, it was just Murray State. It was just Murray State. They barely made it in. They were Cinderella. But can we not say that? Because,
it doesn't matter who you're facing. You threw a no-hitter.
Exactly.
That's never easy to do. He had a perfect game going into the 8th.
Amazing, right?
He was the first, okay, now I'm going to make myself do math. The first 22 batters he faced, he got out.
That's incredible. That's absolutely 22? Incredible.
I screwed up. No, I did not screw up my math. I got my math correct there. He got the first 22 batters, and then the second batter of the 8th inning, he hit in the back of a foot with a breaking ball.
That's incredible. I mean, that's absolutely incredible, man.
So he also didn't walk anybody.
That's awesome.
That's top-notch pitching. You're throwing, not only are you throwing unhittable stuff, everything's in the zone, or everything looks like it's in the zone, and it's just confusing the hitters.
Absolutely. And it's awesome to see him in such dominating fashion. This guy really went out there, picked his ass off, and you gotta love it, man. This was such a neat deal, and so excited for him moving forward. Hey, look, I get it. Murray State, they're whatever. I get it, but let's be real here, okay? Last time we had a Cinderella in there, they won the whole damn thing, Coastal Carolina. Okay, so I'm gonna say, you don't know these Cinderella teams sometimes, all right? So it is what it is. Okay, maybe Murray was a little disappointed, but at the end of the day, hey, this guy right here, Gage, man, amazing. Gage Woods did an amazing thing today. Never been done. Complete game shutout, just incredible to him. Really cool watching the game too. You're like, you don't want to watch it because you're like, oh, I don't want to jinx him. Like, maybe I can turn away like every pitch, but
everybody gives him his space. Yep,
right. You want to be happy for him, and you know what? At the end of the day, good job, buddy. You got it done.
Arkansas with the win. Arkansas does have to face another elimination game tomorrow night. They will take on the loser of LSU and UCLA tomorrow night. So Arkansas by no means out of the woods yet, but job well done by Gage Woods there. And Ralph Calise in the chat, by the way, picking us up there, reminding us the name of the play was the kick six.
The kick six. There you go. So these goofy names, you gotta love them. They're fun. Gotta have fun with them.
It's all there. It's all there. Yep.
The kick six. Thanks for that, Ralph. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, switching gears here. Now going over to one of Larry's favorites, F1. George Russell won himself a race up in Montreal.
We thought, I really thought this was going to be the race where Verstappen gets it. Like starts to regain his footing. He had dominated this track last year, the circuit. He looked great. You know what? Hey, he wasn't so bad, obviously. Good old Max doing his thing there. But when it came down to it, man, this was just a class performance. Verstappen got second. But Russell, man, this is his first win of the year. This is like his, I think, 4th podium. He, in both Australia and China to start the year off, he got second. He got 3rd in both of those. He got 2nd in Bahrain. And then he missed the podium in Saudi Arabia. He got 3rd in Miami. And then he didn't get a podium for the next 3 races in Italy, Monaco, or Spain. And guess what? Canada? Well, here you go. He got himself not only, on the podium, a freaking victory. So congratulations to him. Big win here, man. This is his 4th career victory. And it's really neat to see what he's been able to do this year. The Silver Arrows have been pretty solid. And, I mean, when it comes to constructor, right now, I know Daryl's over talking about it on the extra mile, same time right now doing his thing over there. But yeah, it is just a special thing when you can get a victory, because the same thing like in Formula One, I don't know. the faster car. Obviously, not all the cars are equal speed, but hey, you treat this as if it'll never happen again. And George Russell, maybe he never thought he would get that fourth one. But hey, he got it done. Great job to the Silver Arrows, doing their thing this weekend. I believe, let me take a quick look here, a little peek. I just want to make sure I got it correctly here. Yeah. Okay. So both of them, pretty cool. Both the Silver Arrows made the podium with Verstappen in the middle for the Red Bulls. So pretty cool, man. Antonelli got third in this one. So Mercedes is trailing McLaren by a long freaking big gap right now, 374 to 199. That's the gap. Regardless, though, really cool to see this. Congratulations. Both of the McLarens are dominating, but Russell has now brought himself up to fourth place in the standings, ahead of both Ferraris, which they've been a massive disappointment this year. Regardless of, congratulations, man. George Russell got it done in Canada. Canada for him. Good for you, buddy.
And not a wide margin of victory either, less than 0.3 of a second in front of Verstappen. So Verstappen was hot on his heels, but able to hold off and take the crown. All right, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but we had co-national champions in men's track and field. USC and Texas A&M end up as co-national champions in the NCAA. First time since what? 1978.
Isn't it great?
That is, I mean, all right. I've covered enough track and field events to figure out that, oh yeah, okay, I can see how it winds up being co-national champions, but really we don't have like an event off at that point. We don't have it come down to like a best of 3 and mano a mano duke it out here.
Wouldn't it be cool if there was? Unfortunately, though, no cigar. If you happen to tie at the end of even the national freaking championship, guess what, Adam? You're both taking home the trophy. I mean, crazy, right? I don't know what the red hat, obviously the white hat of the track and field, of the event, but I don't know. I always thought too that's kind of funny, but I haven't really had to look at this one. I was so proud of SC. They did so well this year. But hey, A&M, good job. What did they play in the Las Vegas Bowl last year, I think, where Taryn called the exact score, 35-20, 35-31 or whatever. But A&M and A&M and USC played this year in a bowl game. And it's kind of funny. They end up co-champions now of track and field. I guess it's just this year, the Aggies and Trojans are destined to be friends, I guess, or something. I don't know.
They're just destined to be connected there. And then over on the women's side, we had the Georgia Bulldogs. They won the national title as well.
Oh, sorry about that, Adam.
No, it's all right.
Back on the screen. But yeah, no, this is awesome, man. These ladies looked dynamite. I mean, lights out. They dominated the competition. I mean, this has been something. And honestly, I love the fact here that Georgia, if you look at everybody from top to bottom was very strong. And on this entire team. A couple notables, though, as much as I want to say, give Georgia their flowers, I will. But oh my gosh, Maya Lesnar, just throwing the hell out of that shot. You gotta give her some shot. You gotta give her some praise, man. Colorado State's very own Maya Lesnar, daughter of obviously Brock Lesnar, just looking amazing this year, throwing shot. If I'm not mistaken, I think she actually broke the goddamn record, 19.6 meters. That's 64 and a half feet. Yeah, it's
woo.
It's freakishly far. And I think that actually is, if it's not, I'm sorry guys, but I think that's actually the damn record. So yeah, she's incredible, and seeing her dominate was just like, wow. Like she's as advertised. She will be throwing, I'm sure, for Team USA soon. But anyway, not taking anything away from Georgia. I'm just saying, but yeah, Georgia women's track and field. It just what's that?
Let's have some notes on Georgia here real fast. First of all, this is for the women Bulldogs. This is their first ever track and field championship. They won by 26 points.
Dominating.
USC finished second, and Texas A&M got the bronze. They were much closer. They had so Georgia finished with 73 team points, USC with 47, Texas A&M with 43. Mm-hmm. The Bulldogs got individual champions in the 400-meter dash. That would go to Aliyah Butler. The high jump, Elena Kuliachekno. Hammer throw, Stephanie Ratcliffe. And the 4x400-meter relay. That team was made up of Michelle Smith, Sydney Harris, Butler, and Dejina Oakley. So congratulations to Georgia for winning its first ever title. And they had more individual champions at the event than any other school as well. So not just one with authority over the weekend. So congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs there. All right. So we did the hits. Now we got to do some misses.
This will be fast.
A club that you love to pick on, LAFC. First of all, they don't even have a name. Second of all, Chelsea just ripped them apart during FIFA Club World Cup, which is going to be a theme as we discuss the USA versus basically any other team in this tournament. It did not end well for the team from MLS.
It was terrible. I get it. Jesse even said earlier on Champagne Shenanigans, like in the tweet, obviously they played the number 4 team in the Premier League, and I get that. But gosh damn it. I mean, the USA is trying to be relevant here in a sport that the USA is laughed at around the country. I mean, gosh damn it. I mean, now, if you're ever going to go all out in a game, Adam, this is the one. I mean, come on.
Now, to be fair, though, the schedule makers did them absolutely no favors, having them, hey, go take on Chelsea. And either that or, at least I guess it wasn't Man City, but,
True. And you're in season, LAFC. This is why the MLS is really, they're going to be adopting soon the European from August to May instead of go from February to like December, basically. It's a very long season. So I will cut them some slack on that. But at the end of the day, gosh damn it, LAFC. I mean, really, guys. I mean, I hate you. It's the only time I ever cheer for them as a Galaxy fan. And I was really cheering for. I was like, wow, let's go. Okay, 1-0. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's go. 2-0. Okay, this game's over. Like that was it. So look, better luck next year, I guess. I don't know. I'm just, just kidding. No, the LAFC will get their licks in this. I don't think they're gonna be winning no championship. But at the end of the day, I just, wish them all the best. But Chelsea, hey, they look good. I don't see them winning either this year, but they took it to LAFC. That's all there is to
it. They took out some frustrations, that's for sure. And of course, on the flip side, when you have a no-hitter, it's exciting for one team, but then the other team, that of course means you didn't get a hit in a baseball game. So Murray State, unfortunately, with a big miss on the afternoon today.
It was sad. It was just sad. It was like watching the Raiders. That's it. That's all I gotta say. That's it. That's all I got.
And it's impressive for Gage Wood. It really is, but it is hard to be on the other side of a no-hit. I've gotten to experience that twice with the once each with the White Sox and the Cubs. And it is one of it's really awkward because you get towards the end of the game and part of you is like, well, come on, you can still win the game. The other part of you is, well, I kind of want to see history happen. Actually, no, go ahead, keep missing. It's fine. I kind of want to see the history happen. And then lastly, Seattle Sounders. The MLS resumed for them this past weekend, and the Sounders didn't get the memo. Vancouver roughed them up a little bit.
I mean, golly, this is the LAFC. If you're ever gonna, gosh. Damn it. Vancouver is just wiping the floor right now. Okay, they're just having themselves a nice little stroll out front in the MLS. When you get your shot at the number 1 team, you better freaking take that shot. And right now, Phil, I know Philly is actually number 1 because they have 37 points and Vancouver has 35. But, this just says everything. I mean, golly, man, the Sounders, they look like crap. They're number 6 actually right now in the West with 26. But I mean, my gosh, if you're ever going to slow this team down, I mean, gosh, damn it. Look, I'm sorry. To me, this gets hard for me because Vancouver is very good, but the Sounders aren't bad. They're
No.
decent. They're a pretty good team, but my gosh, if you were going to play like this, you just cancel the game. My gosh, like why even play it if you were playing a play like this? They look like crap, man. Like seriously, the Sounders. I am disappointed. It's a Cascadia rivalry. It's very fun, Pacific Northwest kind of thing. But yeah, that was a miss beyond. But I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, we're going to do one more quick round here before we take our first break. Some championships to spotlight. We're going to start things off with the NBA Finals. The Thunder. There was talk that this could be a sweep, or at longest, this would be a 5-game series. The Thunder have yet to lead in the series as a whole. They've led in games, but they haven't. Indiana took game 1. Indiana took game 3. The Thunder, they've looked impressive in games 2 and 4, but they haven't been able to string them together. Who does have the edge in your mind? To me, it's still Oklahoma City. I still feel like the longer this series goes, the cream rises to the top. The overall talent discrepancy still favors Oklahoma City, but you're now down to a best of 3 series here.
Yeah, it's hard here, Adam. If this is the heart versus the brain, I'll make this quick. I really do feel I would love to see the Pacers win it. I haven't seen them win since Reggie Miller. Okay, let me just say it's a long time ago, and
even then they ran into Michael Jordan all the time.
Yeah, I mean, gosh dang it, they just can't get a break. Here they are, young team, they're strong, but every time the series is pushed a little further, it goes into the hands of the Thunder. As much as I want to see the Pacers do this, I don't know. The way it's looking right now, I'm with you, Adam. I seriously feel like the Thunder will pull this out. The Thunder will make it happen. It's because if the Pacers were going to win it, it would either have been won already in a sweep or a gentleman's sweep.
The Pacers needed game 4. The Pacers needed game 4 to go their way so that they could close it out here in 6, not have to win game 6, just to force a 7th game here, because I do think the later this goes, the more problematic it'll be. Speaking of problematic, if you're an Edmonton fan, things have been horrible this weekend. If you're a Florida Panther fan, you have had reason to celebrate. The Stanley Cup final, Panthers up 3-2. You posed the question here, can they close it out? Absolutely. I had posited on Neutral Zone when we talked about that, when we did our preview show for the entire series. I felt like the longest the series could be, if Edmonton were to win, would be 6 games. Now, if Edmonton is going to win, it will need to go the full distance. Edmonton can't hang with Florida. Florida is just too physical and is too comfortable playing that style game. Edmonton Skinner is rattled, and Pickard showed this past game why he is primarily the backup goalie for Edmonton. Yeah. This is a problem. We're looking. I would not be surprised now to see. I would not be surprised at all to see it get finished tomorrow night in Florida in Game 6.
I think it's going to happen, Adam. The Panthers are too damn good. They're strong as hell. They're a very bang team. They will fight you, literally fight you. Okay.
But they're happy to do that too.
Yeah. My kind of team.
When Game 3 ended in the all-out brawl, Game 3 ended in the all-out brawl. It was just, what are we even do, Edmonton? What are we even doing here?
Exactly.
This is exactly what Florida wants you to do.
Yes.
They're happy to just, we'll stop playing hockey and we'll just duke it out. Sure, great. We could do this longer than you can. We're willing to take that bet.
They're better in every facet. I feel bad, man. I'm Connor, man. I want to see him get one. I do, but This is not happening. Unless something happens crazily, but I just don't see it, man. Florida is here. Florida is ready to roll. These guys have the it factor. They have something that the Edmonton just doesn't have, and I want to. Like I said, I want to see them. Why not? They played last year. It'd be really cool to see go 1-1. Maybe next year get another one. Have fun, like
Get the
Lakers Celtics
tiebreaker,
kind of
but
thing.
nope.
No, yeah, it's just not happening this year. No, the Florida is just too damn good. They're on their lines, man. When they switch, they come in ready to freak. Like they come in like a damn missile. Like if you see them come into that game, they're not running in this game. They don't just get over the wall and just start skating. No, they get on that damn ice, and it's like the first skate that touches, they're already full speed. I don't know how the hell they do that, but I'm just saying, like these guys, they are here, man. Like this is a team. You can just see, and I'm not saying that Edmonton doesn't want it, because of course they wouldn't be there if they didn't, but they get slipped another gear, man. They got another switch. The Panthers are playing like every single game is the damn final, game 7 final. They know that they want this. They want this damn game in their show. I'm sorry, they want the series, and they're showing it. So last year when what's his name, the owner or GM was in tears. I forgot who the hell that was for the Panthers. Remember, he was on the ice and everything. It was very touching. But I think they're all playing with that same passion. And this team, they didn't lose very much. They're not a very different team from last year. A lot of the same faces, a lot of the same beards out there, a lot of the same guys in closing, Adam. I just don't see it. I think we're going to see ourselves another Stanley Cup with the Panthers and all those names on it.
Yep, I think so. And my daughter will be very excited because they'll be throwing rats out on the ice, and she just thinks that's the greatest thing ever. So
I love it.
All right, couple quick ones here, and then we will take ourselves a quick little break.
Yeah, we can just go straight through. Screw, we've already had a lot of time.
All right.
Commercials time. Let's just keep going.
We'll just keep right on moving. So College World Series, we got Coastal Carolina, Arkansas, UCLA, and Louisville, all with big wins. Now, Arkansas, they're not out of the woods yet. They've got to survive another elimination game. UCLA has to win tonight to avoid being in an elimination situation. Who do you think is going to be the ones hoisting the trophy here?
This is so hard for me. Look, all of these teams can hoist the damn trophy. I mean, seriously, like this is the first time in a good couple of years, Adam, where I've actually thought to myself, like, there's not that one solid ass kicker, that's just like getting it, I mean, UCLA is the 15th damn seed in the country. Okay, the 15th, number 15, and LSU is number 6. Right now they're delayed, the rain crap. But I'll tell you right now, I could see either of those teams winning still. I mean, seriously, Oregon State is still very good, even though they're facing elimination. Louisville, this team is there. Look what they've done so far. Arkansas, what they've done already. I mean, if Gage Woods have another one of these games, man, I don't care if it's a no-hitter, but still, I mean, he's dynamite on that mound right now. Coastal Carolina, this will be their first time doing it since they did it for the first time ever in 2016 over Arizona, who was just recently eliminated. That shocked the hell out of me. I did not think the Wildcats were going to go home that early. This is awesome. I love this tournament. This is fun. We don't just have that clear number one that's just coming to take names. No. That could be anybody. This is fun. I'm here for it. I love it. I'm pulling for Coastal Carolina. I just want to see them do it. That was one of the first major tournaments we covered here at IE Sports Radio in 2016. And they did it. Game 3, they took out the Wildcats. It was not only their first ever title, Adam, first ever baseball title. It was their first ever Division I title ever in any sport when they became D1. So I'm just saying, this is awesome. Let's go Chanticleers. I'd love to see them win it, but at the end of the day, it could be really anybody. And honestly, Adam, it's a crapshoot from here.
Give me Louisville, simply because of the teams mentioned there, Louisville's the only one that isn't ranked. So give me Louisville. I want the chaos of an unranked team coming in and lighting fires, taking names, kicking butt. That's what I want. So give me Louisville. Give me Louisville. All right. Well, let's stick with that theme, but instead of talking collegiate baseball, let's talk some Major League Baseball, shall we?
Let's do it.
Dodgers and Giants over the weekend. The Dodgers asserted themselves atop the National League West. That's kind of what we figured was going to happen, but it's still nice to see it happen. And now Ohtani's going to pitch. Now Ohtani's going to pitch tonight for the Dodgers.
It's exciting, Adam. It's exciting, man. Look, I Dodger Angel here. Okay, so he left one team, went to the other team. That's all really what happened with me. But this is just awesome. I am so excited. It's the first time we've seen him on the damn mound in forever. Let's see, man. Let's go. Can we get another no-hitter tonight? I'm just kidding. No, but I'm just saying, look,
he's not going to be allowed to throw long enough. They're going to cut him off after 5.
They're gonna pull him fast. But I'm just so excited. Let's go, man. I'm ready for this, man. Let's get it. More than anything, man, I'm excited for him because he's dominated in so many facets of the game. Now we see the Dodgers finally, they make a statement. Big victory there over the Giants. This is going to be fun. Oh my gosh, this is going to be fun. I am beyond excited to see the Dodgers in motion with Ohtani on the mound now. But look at, tonight obviously got the Padres at home. But if you look at the NL really fast, oh my gosh, the NL West is it's fun. It's a 2-game gap now between them and the Giants, but the Giants are not going anywhere. The Padres are not going anywhere. They're 3 games back. This is fun. Looking at the entire MLB, you see the Yankees. They're still looking like the Yankees. They're playing the Angels right now, which is almost guaranteed wins. So,
that's not really fair.
Yeah, the Yankees are going to keep on just piling on that damn win column. Detroit is running away with the AL Central right now. The closest to them is the freaking the Twins, right? It's like a 9-game
as I take a look there, you might be right, but the Twins have also fallen off of a cliff lately, so they are really, really hurting. Let's see. Currently, yes, they are 9 games in front of the Twins. We're not even to July yet.
Yeah, Detroit is doing their thing, and you know what? Go get it. Go freaking get it. I love what they're doing. Go get it. They're dominating. Go win. That's it. Houston, they're looking pretty strong on top of the West, right? On top of the AL West. So, maybe them and the Mariners will have a tussle. Maybe Texas will come to the party. But that's it. And if you look at the National League in the East, obviously Mets and Phillies, we see that it's going to be a 2-horse race there. The other teams, they've fallen off a cliff already. The Cubs, you know what? Let's go. The Cubs have played well. They shocked the Dodgers earlier this year. You knew they were going to be a solid team. The Brewers, I don't know what's going on with the Brewers. They're good and they're bad. It's weird. But nobody else in that division is going to be worth a crap. So you kind of already see the clear-cut teams right now. So this was huge for the Dodgers because in a MLB right now where we kind of already have the horses that are running against one another, well, the Dodgers found themselves in one here. And realistically, they know damn well if they even get a little bit shaken, those Giants, those Padres are going to overrun them so fast. And before you know it, bad stuff is happening. So I love it. They're fighting for every inch of their life right now. Let's go, man. I want to see what I'm excited about. I love me some baseball, especially in June.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's starting to get into the good time of the year too. And the Dodgers, it's not going to get any easier this week. 4-game series hosting the Padres before then hosting the Nationals over the weekend as well. It will get a little easier for them next week, as next week they take on the Rockies and the Royals. If the Dodgers don't take, let's see, let me just double check. Yeah, they play 6 there. If they don't win 5 of those 6 next week, there's something seriously wrong with them. But this week, 4 against the Padres, another excellent opportunity to put some distance between themselves and a divisional opponent too. Very important series.
And look at the Cubbies, man. Just looking at these guys, they're just getting it again. And I'm we're spending a lot of time on baseball. I don't care. It's just awesome. The Cubs are getting it. The Brewers, it's this week. They're going head to head. They got the Mariners, and they got the Cardinals. That's very favorable. Honestly, the Cubs are what? They're a game ahead of the Dodgers right now. So I'm just saying, like, and then if you look at the Mets, they're a game ahead of the Cubs. So I mean, that's the.
The
I mean,
the top of the National League is very tight right now. Absolutely. It's very
it's
tight.
fun.
The two of the division, you've got the NL Central, which the Cubs, if they have themselves a really good week this week, that National League Central race we might be saying it's over already. It could really be problematic there. The other two definitely are exciting and fun to watch. Phillies, Mets, man, that's going to be a good one. And then out west, when you've got three teams all within 3 games of each other, half a season to go, it's going to make for a really fun summer. And the trade deadline coming up here in just a little over a month, going to be a lot, to see who's willing to take the early punch. We've seen some teams already try to make some moves. Now, who's going to be serious about making some moves ahead of the deadline? On the pitch, real quick, in the NWSL, Kansas City still top of the table in the NWSL.
Yeah,
as they over the weekend, want to pull up my scores here over the weekend, defeated Louisville 4-2, and now sits very comfortably 10-0-2 on top of the table, yet to play to a draw this season. And not just sitting atop the entire league, but also with the best goal differential in the league as well, with a plus 18 in goal differential as well. They have only in 12 games, Kansas City has only allowed 10 goals.
It's theirs to lose.
That's not fewest in the NWSL, but combine that with their ability to score every single game. To me, looking at it, and Jess may feel differently, but to me, looking at it, the only team that I feel really that could challenge Kansas City right now would be Orlando. Am I wrong there?
No, that's the only team. Martha's on that team. They're a strong soccer team. But when it comes down to it, it's KC's to lose. They're just too damn good. They are going to do everything in their power to get a stranglehold on that lead. I really do think right now, unless they just have unless they have a horrible meltdown, which I don't see that happening, this is theirs to lose this year. It's already looking like it.
Barring the stuff that we don't even want to say because we don't want to wish it into existence, it does look like KC Current is just going to run away with this thing. And then FIFA Cup World Cup, we talked about it a little bit, but let's review just briefly. Bayern and PSG, yep, they got off to strong starts. Chelsea, yep, well, when your opponent refuses to give itself a name, you deserve to just throttle them. And then Inter Miami and Messi, well, they're resting. Is that smart? I mean, Messi's not a spring chicken anymore. Is this a smart strategy, or should we be giving the people what they want?
It's like this is like if LeBron were to actually produce like how he used to. I'm sorry I said it. Look, I'm a Laker. I don't care.
Dude's 43 years old too.
Exactly. And it's funny because you look at Tom Brady and they didn't rest him for crap. Homeboy was just out there, and
he was illegal to touch.
Yeah, true. That's kind of a different story, right? But when it comes down to it, yeah, you rest up guys like LeBron, and then they come out and give you mediocre games and everything. Lionel Messi, man, this guy is so damn dominant. I love watching him play. That he just won his very first World Cup a couple of years ago. He's gonna be. There's a possibility of playing for another one come next year. He hasn't decided yet, at least from what I understand. If this is his last hurrah. I saw DAZN's little montage thing earlier, and they're talking about this. If this is his last hoorah, let's see it. Let's see him go out. I would love to see Inter Milan is that's my team. Inter Miami is a very good team, and honestly, they can do it. I know they've, in the world's eye, they may not be the, whatever, but I'd love to see him do it this year if this is it, but if not, hey, screw it. Let's see him do it. You know what? They're resting him. I get it. They're kind of going with this somewhat minute kind of thing. From what I could see. You know what? Okay, let's see if this works for them. At the end of the day, though, players want to play. Winners want to win, and I really think he's gonna make sure to play every minute he can. This is a special guy. You only get, like Pele. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Ronaldinho. You only get these guys, Beckham. Every generation. So let's see what he's got. Let's see if he wants to rest him. If he doesn't want to rest, let him go play. It's just awesome to see this guy play. And it's cool to know that we're alive during this time, like Michael Jordan or like Kobe, or hey, like LeBron. But at the end of the day, however he wants to go about it, cool. But I don't know. I kind of feel like this is his call. Whatever he does, I think he's still going to be great.
We know that these are the last few matches that he'll be playing in, so we need to
Yes.
take each one of them
Yes.
seriously, because it
Yes.
could be the last time we see him, and that is special. There is absolutely something to that. All right, we are going to give ourselves a quick little flashback finish here. Larry, I know this is exactly what you've been hoping for. We're gonna work our way up to the one that I know you want to talk about. We talked Canadian Grand Prix and F1 at the beginning of the show.
Hey.
Congratulations, George Russell, getting the victory there. Very, very, very tight margin of victory over Max Verstappen. So congratulations there. IndyCar, Kyle Kirkwood down in St. Louis got himself another victory. Congratulations. Job well done, Kyle.
First one on an oval. They said he's just a street racer circuit guy. They said, oh, he can't win on an oval. Well, damn it, he got himself a victory on an oval last night in a race where Newgarden was dominating. Unfortunately, a wreck will just take out Newgarden. At 200 miles an hour, you can't get out of the way sometimes. And guess what? Near flipped, scary scene. By the grace of God, they're okay. Newgarden was bummed. It sucked. Pato Award, Daily were going at it for a while. It was awesome. But at the end of the day, it was at the end of the night in St. Louis, Gateway, Middle America. What happens? Kirkwood proves he's not just a street circuit kind of guy. Gets it done on an oval, very first one. Congratulations to this guy, man. I'm so happy for him.
There we go. NASCAR went itself south of the border this weekend. Shane Van Giersbergen dominates and gets himself the victory down in Mexico City.
I will tell you this. I love this crap. I'm sorry. I'm such a big fan of his. He came in. I know he only races street races when he's, when he like Chicago. He'll be doing it again in Chicago this year.
He'll be doing that one here in a couple weeks.
He's a supercar kind of guy. He just races, but they were showing how freaking surgical he is with that clutch. And it's just, he is incredible. This guy is the real deal. I know probably some of the cup races are probably like, ugh, this guy again to come beat us. But then some of them probably love the challenge. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I guess I love it. Seeing him do this, seeing him get it done, it was amazing. SVG is the man on the road course. Good for you. Good for him. Just a really great race for him. And at the end of the day, you know what, man? Let's see what he can do moving forward. But just looked great. He was feeling sick that morning, but gets it done. First race since what, 1954 or something like that NASCAR's done anywhere else, international race.
Hey,
so awesome.
Good for him. I hope it was an eye-opening experience for everybody involved. You know, that it's one of the awesome things about sports is it can take you outside of the borders and take advantage of it when you can. It's just a cool experience. And then the one that I know, Larry, you could do an entire hour-long show on this event by yourself without taking a break. We don't have time to do all of that tonight.
Sorry.
24 hours of Le Mans, Ferrari.
You look like crap in Formula One, and I can't stand you in Formula One. But in freaking in sports cars, Forza Ferrari. I'm so excited. I'm not forgiving them for Formula One right now. You got freaking Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. You have two amazing drivers that are amazing. Give them a better car, damn it. Anyway, regardless though, oh my gosh. Look, Wednesday, very Le Mans heavy. I'm telling you right now, it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I will tell you right now, this was amazing. The supercar, hypercar, that freaking AF Corset looked amazing. The 51 looked amazing. There was 4 Ferraris in the top 4, okay, or 3 Ferraris in the top 4. They were incredible. They dominated. Amazing job, man. Robert Kubica, Figgy, and Philip Harrison looked incredible. Congratulations to them. Like I said, more on Wednesday, but I loved it. They were the freaking cream of the crop. In LMP2, the 43, good job to enter Europol. These guys look great. Jakob, Tom, Nick, you know their names. These guys they are champions at this level. That LMP, there was no contest. They freaking finished by like 40 seconds, I believe. They were incredible. And then the Porsche, it wasn't the best day for Porsche in any other class. But hey, LMGT3, that 93, man, Manthey first form Porsche looked really good. You know what? I'm happy for these guys, man. Like I said, on a day where Porsche did not look very good at all. Oh my gosh. We're used to seeing Porsche and Cadillac up there in hypercar too, but it was Ferrari day up in that level. But hey, at the third level down, the LMGT3 category, it belonged to Porsche. Again, just Brian Hardwick, Ricardo Pera, and Richard Leitz. Amazing job. Great job there. Le Mans, 24 hours. Just like the Rolex 24 in January in IMSA. This is one of the crown jewels of all autosports. It was amazing. What a race. What a race. What a race.
A job very well done. Congratulations. Just to be racing for 24 solid hours, just for the team to finish. I know that none of them competed it with the goal of we just want to finish. There is no shame in finishing that race. That is that is an endurance sport of the highest order. Well, that is basically going to do it for our show here tonight. But we do want to say, we'll keep an eye out, of course, throughout the rest of the week. We've got shows all during the week for you. Shows like this one where we're breaking down everything, as well as shows hitting specific sports. We've got Taryn Rodriguez breaking down all things volleyball right now over on Set Point. I and Zach will be on tomorrow evening at the conclusion. I'm just going to say it right now, at the conclusion of regulation of Game 6 tomorrow. If that thing goes overtime, I'm not staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning to do a show. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Exactly. We'll find a time to wrap it up. But at the conclusion of regulation tomorrow night, Zach and I will be on to talk some hockey tomorrow night. We've also got Larry B will be on Wednesday talking all things auto sports, the defining moment. Plus, throughout the rest of the sporting world as well, keeping you caught up there.
Storytelling on Wednesday.
Lots of storytelling Wednesday. And then who is handling Thursday? Who is handling Thursday this week?
Our very own Taryn Rodriguez is doing leadoff Thursdays.
There we go.
Ending it off with Ricky on the prime time. I love that show, by the way, man. The primetime preview. Coming up this week, though, guys, we get a chance to write everything in, but we got the series of the week coming up. Mets and Phillies. So excited for that one. We're just talking
that is going to be a good series.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Keep your eyes peeled, of course, if necessary. Game 7 for the Stanley Cup, but I don't see that happening on Friday.
I don't see that either. But and Ricky, being a New Yorker himself, will have all kinds of outstanding insight for that Mets Phillies series on Friday as well. So definitely tune in for that.
Oh my gosh, we can even cue the music now, man. We are ready to roll out of here, Adam. But I'll tell you, man, we just talk through the music. This is the deal, man. We got, of course, that coming on up. Get ready, all you fans out there. FIFA Club World Cup action just getting all into the nitty gritty, man. Plenty of those matches as the Gold Cup as well. All the goods coming your way. IMSA. Well, we just had 24 hours of Le Mans with the WEC. While IMSA says, hey, we can't do 24 hours, but we'll do 6 in New York at Watkins Glen coming up this weekend. The Tricky Triangle in Pennsylvania. Pocono, for NASCAR. The NHRA comes back. Virginia Nats coming on up. Road America, you say? America's Dairyland, you say? The place that Adam's not too fond of, you say?
I hold my breath every time I go through there.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. Road America, Wisconsin IndyCar next week. We've got a full slate of action coming up for you guys there in auto sports. Guys, this is going to be another great weekend. We're going to have the College World Series finale coming up this weekend, games 1, 2, 3. I mean, all kinds of great stuff. Adam, thanks for having me again, good sir. Take it away, man. Take it away.
Oh, Larry B., thank you so much for hanging out with us as well. Want to say shout out and thank you to each and every single one of our sponsors here at the station. Planet Jerky, premium brisket beef jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet. Go to planetjerky.net to place your order. Free shipping on all orders of $50 and above. Thank you to Vital Apparel, the brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Go to vitalapparel.com, use the promo code IESR at checkout, and you will get 15% off of your order of their comfortable and inspiring gym wear. Also thank you to Seal the Deal Wax Seals. Go to iesportsradio.com/seal the deal wax seals. Let's face it, you got invitations, you got mailings, you got things still going out. You want people to know that it came from you. Cecilia will help you to put your personal stamp of approval on it. Thank you to everybody that's hanging out with us, watching the show live tonight. 225 of you across Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Be sure to follow on the station on all the social media platforms at IE Sports Radio and to check out iesportsradio.com. For Larry, I am Adam. This is a thing we do called the opening series. This is every Monday night. We will see you next time. Have a great week, everybody.